live. First one in at least 4 weeks. I got up early this morning intending to get some things done. I've got a new Joyflu cast interview that is ready to publish and launch, and that was what I was going to do this morning, and unfortunately my website's down. I've got no idea why, and I can't even log a ticket with the host at the minute to get that investigated. So that's thwarted my efforts to get done what I wanted to get done this morning. Yeah. It's funny because I haven't done one of these for a while. I've been on my social media holiday for the month of February. It's good. I don't feel nervous at all, so that's nice. But having a break hasn't brought nerves back in regards to doing these lives. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to do a live this morning because I thought I was going to get other things done. But yeah, I'm going to do a formal experiment report on the social media holiday. So I'll keep, I won't talk to that this morning because I want to save that and do it as a YouTube video and publish it via my website. If my website recovers. I don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah, I labeled this this video just crazy times because I think that's the best way to describe what's going on at the minute. Worldwide, there's a lot going on. Viruses and financial markets and all sorts of fun things. I deliberately I don't watch the news. And actually, one thing that I will speak to with my social media holiday is that next layer of being informed about what's going on, I didn't have. And, information does filter through that needs to filter through to me, so that's not like I was totally in a dark room for the month of February. But it is just interesting. And then like I'm a bit of I enjoy reading energy reports, so be that astrology based or more on universal energetics, what's going on. I do that for the most part out of entertainment, but often those energetic reports align with the things that I'm observing or experiencing for myself. And I follow a couple of groups on Facebook in regards to that. And it was interesting because I had a friend message going, "Oh my God, are you feeling this? The energy's crazy." And it was funny because at the time I wasn't. And I was like, gee, I wonder how much of, it's like the whole placebo effect. So if I think this tablet is going to help me fix something, placebo effect is real, right? So the scientific studies show that more often than not, if we believe something will help us get well, we get well. And I was like, wow, I wonder if by not being tapped in to the world news, be it TV or social media, that I then am not being affected by that physically, emotionally, spiritually. Yeah, so that's interesting. But yeah, definitely globally there's seemingly some crazy times going on. And I've also noticed just in the conversations that I've been having over the last couple of weeks that shit's kind of hitting the fan for a lot of people. Yeah, big things blowing up people's lives. And yeah, I find that really interesting. And then, you know, my website being down is like my big issue that I'm dealing with this morning. So, but yeah, it's interesting. And for me, what's fascinating is just from a human behavior perspective about how we navigate these things. You know, there's a lot of fear going on now. I don't necessarily subscribe to the idea that that fear is legitimate. For the research that I do on things, a lot of the fear that's being talked about, you know, people in the street, conversations that we're having, I feel like a lot of it's unwarranted, and it doesn't serve us in any way either. Fear is a very useful feeling to alert us to things that we may need to be concerned about and navigate. However, when we're being bombarded and fed, I'm not even going to say information, because a lot of it hasn't been informative at all. In fact, it's downright just useless. I've had to go do my own research to get the information to then make a decision and go, okay, I'm legit in, I can justify my standpoint going, you know what, I'm okay. I don't need to feel scared. So yeah, hence crazy times. There's just a lot going on. Yeah, so I had that month off social media, and that then opened up the ability for me to do different things with the time that otherwise I would have spent on social media. So I've had some beautiful insights and learnings that have come from a book, a couple of books that I consumed throughout February. Also, just my lifestyle's changed over that month in terms of my workload and the commitments that I've put myself up for the next little bit, and that's been really cool. And just working out, well, how does Andrea, Martell, Joy Scientist, Joyflu, and my other my other offerings from a business perspective, how do they fit in amongst in my adjusted commitments moving forward? So yeah, there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. I've got an awesome resource that I've created that I'm going to offer up as an opt-in. Once my website gets back up, I'll be able to set that up and start sharing that. I did have a workshop scheduled for April, but I've pulled that. There wasn't enough interest, and also gauging my energy levels as well around where I want to be putting that at the minute. So, oh, good. There'll be lots of other things later in the year, but yeah. So I've got an interview that will also be published. I've also got another one that I did mid last year that I never got around to publishing, and I'll get that out in the next little bit. A few other resources. I've got some really fun other experiments that I've got in the next fortnight. So a workshop that I'm attending this weekend that's actually to do with the books that I've been reading. And also Seven Sisters next weekend, which is just really fun. So as you can see, lots of joy here around me getting in and growing and developing myself. The nice thing is, with all of the things that I've been doing, just day-to-day work-wise, have been growing me extensively in ways that I just had no idea that were coming. So I'll share more about those as things permit. So yeah, I'm back. So I'll at least stick to a weekly live, and yeah, sharing more of my resources. We've got our Waking Women's gathering this Wednesday. It was so great in February. Whilst I was offline, I couldn't sort of chase up or share the Waking Women's gathering, and I was like, so I didn't know who was going to come, and sometimes we get really small numbers and whatnot, but I had 6 women, and that was our largest gathering to date so far. So it's funny what happens when you're sort of not pushing to grow things. So hey, Leah. So yeah, so look, it's great to be back. This feels good. So excited. We'll hopefully get my technology working again, and then I'll be able to actually share more of what I've been up to while I've been offline. Yeah. So if you're going through some crazy times as well, just know you're not alone. We're all in this together, right? Also, just noting what with the, I guess, global events that are happening, just checking in and just noting whether your emotions are being affected by that, and whether or not it's actually resourceful or not, to be picking up those. Also, if you have concerns, do research, as opposed to just listening to the generic reports that come out, that have their own intention for how they share their information. So, all right. Yeah, I think more than ever, Joyflu and the message and its intention is probably more important than ever. So it's not going anywhere, even though my resources are sort of being spread across a few different areas now. This is still my baby, and it's not going anywhere. We've got a lot of Joyflu to spread around because we're combating a lot of things going on. So stay tuned. That's all I can say. So, all right. What are we on? Tuesday. So with Heart and Soul, have a fabulous Joyflu Tuesday, and I will speak to you soon.